Welcome back, everyone, to By the Book Bonus Bets. My name is Sia Najad. This is Meg McDonald. And Meg, we got to talk about what's on everybody's mind. And of course, that's whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
And it is.
It is not. Okay.
Period.
The other thing that we actually have to talk about, NFL MVP.
More importantly.
This thing is really heating up. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, good for you, great season.
Yeah.
But it's really down to these two. Let's take a look at the odds real quick before we decide on a winner and a loser here. What's so interesting about these odds is that Josh Allen, minus 220. I mean, it was just like minus 1,000 2 weeks ago. Lamar Jackson was plus 700. Clearly, Lamar Jackson closing the gap here. I'm curious your thoughts on this. Either the idea that Lamar is going to chase down Josh Allen or just the award itself. This is a finicky one. People vote on this. There's errors in people's ways. What do you like?
I mean, right now, I'm obviously never going to lay over $2 as we enter Week 17 of the National Football League season and do it on Josh Allen. But I do think it's interesting that it was less than a week ago that Lamar Jackson was still 7-1, and now he's down to plus 165. And our producers, especially Jesse, who made this graphic, the comparison between the two quarterbacks right now. And of course, we talk about Lamar Jackson winning the MVP last season, putting up incredible numbers. Do you give it to him again because he's putting up even better numbers? Like what? He passed Mike Vick yesterday. That is amazing, the type of running he can do. But then you look at these comparison of the stats, right? And yes, Lamar has one more game up on Josh Allen. I do think that's important because maybe they're inflated, maybe they're not, but total yards, he has more, obviously, total touchdowns, less interceptions, a better completion percentage, a better passer rating. But look at that record. Yeah. You still have a Josh Allen who's being able to win football games. But I will say one last thing. People vote on this award, right? And you wait till the end of the season. You're supposed to wait till the end of the regular season. Baltimore didn't have a very good start to this season. The fact that they lost games early, though, is a lot more beneficial to Lamar repeating as the MVP than losing late. So
it's interesting because it's that college football conversation all over again that we talk about quite so much. So what's interesting about Lamar Jackson, so we did the NFL MVP thing many months ago. It was about 3 months ago. Now,
I don't want to talk about that,
You went with a couple of long shots in your defense. I went with Josh Allen at the time, plus 430, and Lamar Jackson at plus 1,800. The reason I liked him at such a incredibly high numbers because they lost those first 2 games. And recency bias creeps into everybody. So that was the time to grab Lamar Jackson. And I do think it's going to be close because if the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen don't have a great game against the Jets, they're going to win that game. But Josh Allen may not need to do much in that game, so he's not going to pile up the stats. He's going to fall even further behind on all of these categories. I mean, he'll gain a little bit because he's down a game, obviously, but not that much. All of a sudden, we could see this thing minus 110 each way by the end of the regular season. I'm not ruling it out, is all I'm saying. Here's the thing, though. The splash games, like Lamar's been great. They won 3 in a row. He absolutely killed the Texans. But prior to those 3 games, they lost 2 out of 3. While they were losing 2 out of 3, Josh Allen was beating the Detroit Lions. He was giving the Kansas City Chiefs their lone loss. So I know we're victims of recency bias, and it's great what Lamar Jackson is doing, but we have to look at those signature games because to me, that's what makes an MVP.
And that's when people are watching too. Like those signature prime time games are when everyone's totally dialed in. And real quick, just to revisit who I picked, it was my boy, Kirk Cousins, who has since been benched for obvious reasons, and Brock Purdy. And he just has no one to really throw to at this point. He lost CMC. So I'm not in a great position right now, but you are. The fact that these are your 2 plays, you're sitting pretty.
Well, thank you for that. You didn't have to sell yourself out by giving me the
Merry
compliment.
Christmas, Sia.
That's team game right here. Absolute team game. All right, well, listen, again, I think this is a finicky award. I don't think there's a right answer. I agree with you. I wouldn't lay the minus 200, minus 220. I would wait to see if Josh Allen has a pedestrian game this week, and maybe this number gets a little closer. But I'll say this. I think Josh Allen wins this award.
I think people made up their minds 2 weeks ago.
I think you're right.
Which is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's the reality.
It's a product of people who have errors in their ways voting on this award.
Agreed.
Josh Allen had such a big lead. I don't think some of these people are going to go back on their take from a few weeks back.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Both great players, both deserving of the MVP. We've got an MVP right here.
Well, I'm the Kirk Cousins of the group right now with my plays.
Well, we got a lot of football to talk about every single Monday through Friday at 5:30 on By the Book on Monumental Sports Network. Join us for that and more By the Book bonus bets coming your way. Stay tuned for all of that. That's Meg McDonald. My name's Sia Najad. See you next time, folks.